Hello friends, I'm Mr. Ravindra Bhalerao and I welcome you to my channel that is English for Learners. Friends, today we are going to learn one of the heart-touching emotional story and that is Miss Slippery. Before watching this video, as usual, I request you, don't forget to subscribe my channel. The name of the story is Miss Slippery. This is a story of a lonely girl who is teased by classmates in school because she is upset and unnerved, frightened due to certain problems at home. She is unable to do any task, to do any work well. The story tells us what happens next. Let's listen her own story. The character of the girl is narrating this story. Let's listen her story. The name of the story is Miss Slippery, Part 1. The narrator is a little girl. I got ready and went to school. In the first period, our class teacher who taught us English told us to take out our composition notebooks. I took out the mathematics notebook by mistake. I replaced it quickly, but the teacher perhaps had kept her gaze, her stare, her look fixed on me. She shouted, "Come here with your books, Silly." I obeyed her, but her angry looks made my legs tremble. And when I reached her chair, when I went near to her, the notebook fell on her feet. Some girls laughed loudly. The teacher thought that I had dropped the notebook on purpose. She stared at me. She looked at me with an all-devouring look, with a frightening look. "Go and stand near your seat," she yelled. She shouted. I kept standing, punished for the whole period. The next was history class, and my favorite subject. The teacher had asked us to memorize the causes and effects of the Battle of Panipat. I was well prepared. She began testing all of us one by one. When my turn came, I went blank. I could not remember anything. The teacher gave me a stern stare. The teacher gave me a strict look. While I stood there still with my head hanging down in shame. That means I was without any movement. Mama and Papa continued their never-ending tiffs. Tiffs means a slight argument. Papa used every opportunity to express his annoyance, to express his feeling of angriness. And Mama, on her part, did not allow any such occasion to slip without turning it into a vociferous quarrel. Vociferous means noisy and forceful in expressing one's feeling. She too always quarreling with Papa. The quarrel was between the two, but the punishment inevitably descended on the third one. Inevitably, certainly. Descended, come or go down. That is me at school. Wherever and whenever I heard a raised voice, loud voice, I felt as if Mama and one day I was coming down the school stairs. Somebody from the top gave a frantic scream. Frantic means in an extreme fear. I fell and came tumbling down about 7 steps. My elbows and knees were badly bruised, hurt. My new frock was torn at the seams. Seams means edges that are joined. When I reached home, Mama shouted, I am sick of you. When will you stop making me pay through my nose for such extravagant losses? Very expensive losses. Mother seized me by the arm, gave me a good jerk, and seated me on the bed. She fetched an antiseptic lotion and applied it to my elbow and knees, but did not hug me. Within me lingered, remained behind. The yearning, longing for. I was wishing for that she would hold me and console me. Console means comfort. I am always hoping my mother should console me. Even if she had given me just a sympathetic pat, my smarting, hurting limbs, means body parts, would have been soothed. Soothed means became less painful. My younger brother was close by. As Mama walked away to the kitchen, he came and sat beside me. He placed his little hand on my arm and whispered, Are you in a great pain? I hugged him tightly and started crying again. I used to walk quite cautiously. Yes, I would often stumble. One day, the class monitress announced, We will call her Slippery. Others sleep on wet ground. Sally manages to sleep even on dry land. That provided the other girls of the class new scope for fun. They teased me with a new title every day. Soon, a verse was composed in my honor. Slippery, slippery, sleeping without muck, without wet mud or dirt. Ask her to simplest question, no answer is your luck. So this type of verse was composed for me. I lived in perpetual fear. Perpetual means constant, continuous fear of everyone, the girls, the teachers, the young and the old. When I was in class, I dared not move out, and when I was outside, I was afraid of re-entering the class, nor could I muster the courage. Muster the courage means gather courage to speak to anyone. Part 2. The bell had already rung. The bell had already rung when I reached the school. The teacher was in the classroom. I sought permission to enter. I asked permission to enter. The teacher wore a frown on her face. When she was angry, but she let me enter. She allowed to enter in the classroom and told me to see her in the teacher's room after the class. Her tone was not of annoyance or anger, yet an unknown fear made me nervous. Reassuring means confirming myself that she was a kind-hearted teacher and would not punish me. I reached the teacher's room with hesitant steps. The teacher greeted me with a smile and asked me to sit by her side. Her tender tone turned my sighs into sobs. She pulled her chair close to mine and patting me on the head, said, "What makes you cry, my child? I haven't said a word to you." After a brief pause, she continued, "Tell me what your trouble is. Confide in me." Confide means share a secret. For am I not like a sister to you? A rare thrill means great joy, ran through my entire frame, entire body. For a moment, I felt I should cling to her. I should hug to her and cry and cry. Of course, I did not do so, but I kept gazing, but I kept looking at her with tearful eyes. Tenderly, kindly, teacher continued, "Do you know the meaning of Didi? It means elder sister. Won't you tell your sister your troubles?" Amid sobs, I said, "The girls keep teasing me." She laughed. Why are you scared of them? Why are you afraid of them? If you cry like this, they will pester you all the more. So, ignore them. Who is your friend? I shook my head, and teacher smiled. It seemed the teacher had poured her smile into my eyes. Like to be my friend? Like to be my friend? She said. The bell rang. She rose. Means she stood up. With a tender pat on my back, she said, "Listen, you were a sister, all right. Now you are a friend too. But I like my friends to be brave. You have got to try to be brave. I shall always stand by." Stand by means to support someone. Rest assured, my little pal. Pal means friend. Now rise and hop off to your class. Excitement made my face flush red hot to the ear tips. Never before had anyone lavished means poured in great quantity love on me. Thus, and here was my teacher who had spontaneously means at once accepted me as a sister, a friend. I was beyond myself. beyond oneself means to lose control of oneself. With joy, I wanted to chuckle, to burst into near hysterical laughter. Hysterical laughter means uncontrolled laughter. On winged feet, I ran to my class. Soon I was lost in a rare reverie. Reverie means dreamy sleep. I forgot that I was sitting in a class of wild girls whose prime pastime was teasing me. Prime means most important. During the break, the water bottle that I was drinking from fell on me and I got fully drenched. Right in front of stood Maya and Chanda, laughing away to their hearts' content. Chanda teased, "From the slippery hands of Slippery, the slippery bottle went sleep, sleep, sleep." "And now, let's watch the fun," said Veena. I was squeezing the water out of my wet frock. Remembering the teacher's words, I turned my back to them and ignored them completely. They were nonplussed. Nonplussed means confused and unable to react, and went away. I sensed a feeling of victory. Before the school closed for the day, the teacher came to the classroom again and said to me, "From today, you are going to be responsible for bringing the register, chalk, and duster every morning. Come, take this key. Carry this notebook to the teacher's room. Count them and keep them in my drawer. Ask the peon to show you my drawer." My otherwise trembling legs were now filled with some miraculous strength. I rushed enthusiastically and completed the assigned given job in a jiffy. Jiffy means within no time. When I placed the key on the teacher's table, she looked at me and smiled. I smiled back. I was thrilled from top to toe. I felt my little heart inflate means fill up and enlarge with pride. I found no awkwardness. Awkwardness means an uncomfortable feeling in moving about in my still wet frock, nor was there any trace of fear while returning home. The story is adapted from the story by Popti Hiranandani. Friends, I wish you might have liked this video. If you liked it, please share it. If you have any suggestions for me, please write in comment box. Wish you a good day. Thank you very much.